Well, let's actually welcome our guest in person. He's a social-political technocrat. He is Dr. Adedayo Kayode. Good morning, Dr. Adedayo Kayode, and welcome to the program.
Good morning to you. I was tonight, and let me also quickly tell you that I'm also an incurable optimist.
I like it. I like it. Yes, good. That's fantastic. It's so good to have you, Doctor. So let's hit the ground running. Yeah. Let's take a look at this major headline on the front page of the Punch. Fuel crisis. Marketers project 700 billion naira monthly subsidy. Now that's the major headline. There are a couple of riders, and I want you to address them one by one. What's your take, sir?
You see, there is just one problem we are facing in this country. And the moment we are able to solve it, every other thing will fall in place. And that problem is lack of culture of honor and integrity. Lack of honor and integrity. Whatever is happening in the petroleum industry that is causing all this hula baloo, the question is, are we truthful to ourselves? All those postulations, all those reactions, all those happenstances, what are bringing them up other than greed of some people? I will take you aback, and I want listeners to Google this, to assist me to Google this and get educated. Because when you are not educated about happenstances in your environment, you will not be able to address some adverse issues. Where am I going? There's this policy of NNPC before now. They call it DSDP, direct supply, direct purchase.
Yes.
I educated some youths some weeks back. Very happy that few of them went to Google it. We are not supposed to be buying PMS, that is petrol, for more than at the highest 19 naira per liter in this country. But look at where we are. Because of the greed and lack of integrity of our leaders. Inclusive, I'm not talking about only political leaders, inclusive of religious leaders, traditional leaders. All these people are educated. They cannot tell me they don't know about the SCP. Why are they not talking about it to the government? Including labor union leaders, including the CSOs. Why are they not talking about this? Look at what is now happening to Dangote refinery. I'm not a fan of Dangote for any reason. Yes, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't even buy Dangote products because of what he did during COVID 419.
What did he do?
Please educate us.
He gave some money to the federal government. Instead of you to distribute the money for people, you gave it to the federal government, and the following day you increase the prices of your commodities. So who is fooling who? Who is fooling who? But let's leave that. Let's come back to that refinery. Look at all he said in the past few days. NNPC is accusing him of coming out with very low grade diesel. And he said, okay, bring your own. Let me bring my own. Let us go and test it together. And what was the result? Why are some people putting in some form of encumbrances to the production of fuel from that refinery, because they know it will come to the consumers cheaper. Why are they not giving him our own high-grade crude oil? Why are they forcing him to now be importing crude? Exporting before and then bringing in this? Is that sensible? That's lack culture of honor and integrity. And it's a pity. It's a pity. Some people there whose fluorescent, the fluorescent of their head had gone bad. So they cannot think aright.
There's a fluorescent in the head.
They go and change their fluorescent and put it on to be able to see what is happening. People are suffering. And then you go out again. You see some of these government officials troubling people on the road. I need to tell you my experience with the road safety yesterday. I mean, it's appalling. People are suffering. People are suffering. You are now also the pork price again. Are you now saying you have not emancipated the people enough? And you are saying people should not go out to demonstrate. Why will people not go out to demonstrate?
You know, you talked about...
If you don't do that, how will you know that we are suffering?
You know, you talked about the shortage of crude earlier on. Now, one of the riders to the story you just...
Not shortage of crude. I didn't say shortage of crude.
Okay.
We have crude, but they are denying it to Dangote refinery.
Okay, so in fact, the House of Representatives says it is going to probe why there is a shortage of crude, the supply of, there's a shortage in supply to Dangote refinery.
Forget that probe. How many probes have they been having in the past years? What has come out of it? At the end of it, they will say, off the mic. And then we won't hear anything again because the mic is on off mood. Forget about all those shenanigans.
But Dr. Adedayo,
let us all go out there and see by ourselves. Let us all go out there and show them the way we are. Let us all research and get informed to be able to address our issues.
Dr. Adedayo, some people have, and I'm sure you quite agree, some people have also accused Dangote that he has also benefited from past government by being a monopolist.
Yes, now, that's what I was saying that time now, that I am not his fan. I am not his fan. I don't even buy his products. Yes, we will say yes. He is reaping. He is reaping the whirlwind of the wind he has sown in the past. Yes, but again, do we throw away the baby with bad water? No.
All right, so
do we throw away the baby with the bad water? No.
No is
what
the
is
answer.
happening now? Let us address the present issue so that we can move forward.
Absolutely.
There are a whole load of them that are embezzling our money in the past. Are we collecting the money back from them?
So I want us to
what extent?
I want us to wrap this. Let's wrap this particular topic up as we move to something else. But before that, though, so there's been calls for President Tinubu to wade into this matter. So finally, the federal government is meeting Kyari, the NNPCL chief, and Dangote over the dispute. Are you optimistic that something positive will come out of the meeting?
Who is the head? Who is the head of people that lack culture and integrity?
Oh.
When you are calling, well, I'm not mentioning name here. I'm only talking in proverbs. So when you are calling a thief to come and investigate another thief, what do you expect? What would you expect? When you are calling somebody who lacks honor and integrity to come and investigate those that lacks honor and integrity, what will you expect?
You know, this is
when you are asking a school cert holder to come and mark the exam for another school cert holder, what will you expect?
So these are
What
very
good results this?
these are
So
very
you should always call. Sorry, you should always call somebody who is having a higher education than school sat to come and examine the works of school sat holders. That's the way to say. I mean, that's my reply to that. I didn't mention anybody's name.
Yeah, you didn't mention anybody's name, and that's been very vague. You've made very pregnant statements, and you've used abstract analogies.
When is that pregnancy going to be born?
That's the $1,000,000 question, right?
Yes.
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 Over to you, Olumide.
Yes, let's move on to another trending story here.
Okay.
It has to do with this planned protest by the NLC, and they have also come out. It says hunger protest. NLC warns against clampdown. This issue about protest, every time we hear protest, it's like the authorities, the security agencies, that's when you see them at their best performance. I mean, once the police hear there's something happening at Lekki, you see them all well kitted up in their gears, and you wonder, so they have this equipment, why can't they solve crime? So why is it that the authorities are always, they don't like hearing anything that has to do with protest? But protest is guaranteed in the Constitution, so far it is peaceful. So how can we get out of this? I mean, because this present government, they were also partakers of protest during former President Goodluck Jonathan. So how can we, bridge this gap?
Yes, two things I'm going to address there. Number one, I will advise NLC to stay away from this protest because NLC has failed the people. NLC has failed the people. NLC doesn't have anything new to offer aside from what Pa Umodu, Baba Sumonu, Azan Sumonu, Bafiao have been offering in the past.
What
they
about
have
the
nothing new to offer again. So let them go and sit down. That's one. Two, protest, demonstration is part of the ingredients of democracy. Look at what happened to Biden, President of America of recent. Even within the top echelon of his party, they protested. I mean, what do we call that? It was a protest because protest can take different forms. And what happened at the end of the day? He bowed out. He bowed out. So also here, we are talking about end bad policy because it is becoming too painful, excruciating pains that you are now unleashing on the people you swore to ensure their security and economic well-being. And we're not saying you are going against what you swore to do to the people. So what are we now talking about? Now, because they know that people don't carry weapons, the only thing they can do in order to continue their hard policy on the people is to now suppress them through armed forces, which is not supposed to be. But unfortunately again, the masses, and that's why I said masses should learn to get educated. There are other ways in which we can do it, and nobody will be able to suppress anybody. Let Lagosians park their cars on Ikorodu Road, Third Mainland Bridge, Ikorodu Road, Third Mainland Bridge, and other major roads in Lagos. Then let us now go and sit down permanently in Alausa, day in, day out. Do the same thing in Abuja. Do the same thing in Port Harcourt. Do the same thing in Kaduna. Do the same thing in Maiduguri. So who will you now suppress? Tell me. Will you be shooting those people that are sitting down? If you can do it that way, nobody will go to any shop to loot. Nobody will go and be burning BRT, so that they wouldn't have all those negative narratives they have been coming up with. How can you be saying some people want Lagos?
You know, we need to wrap up. We need to wrap up, Doctor. You know, we need to.
How can you be saying because this some people are the one planning it?
We need to wrap
Somebody
up.
that is not who were the one that planned the protest against Jonathan. Where is Tunde Bakare today?
Well, he's pastoring. He's pastoring his church. Dr. Kayode. Dr. Kayode, thank you so much.
Dr. Kayode is really radical this morning.
Yes, thank you so much. We need to wrap this up. We will bring you back to continue this conversation.
You that pinch me, it's you that pinch me where it was.
I know.
We understand.
Yeah, we can imagine.
Very radical this morning.
But thank you so much for your insightful contribution this morning. As usual, you have been fantastic.
And you've actually shed more light about this DSP, and I hope our viewers also.
Absolutely.
Do more research.
Yes.
Socio political technocrat, Dr. Kayode. Thank you so much for being a part of the show this morning.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me. I wish you a pleasant day and pleasant week ahead.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
Same.